di ba, words are powerful. So how do you take it if someone told you na parang, hindi man directly, but it seems that other people told you na parang you're not enough kasi nga, lalo na ngayon, I know kasi someone na nag-share siya, nasabi ng family, kung sana nag-peak ka noong previous October before the pandemic, di sana CPA ka na, sana hindi ka na-delay. So yun, yung parang shinare niya sa akin na, how would I take that? Lalo na yung words na yun is from someone close to her po. Yun.
Thank you for that question, Yvonne. And thank you for listening, guys. Di ba dun sa speech ko, kasi ako, it has, parang couple of years bago ko tuluyang nakilala yung sarili ko. So, di ba sinabi ko na you have to, one greatest skill na you can master is mastering yourself. So, kapag kilala mo yung sarili mo, alam mo yung capacity mo, alam mo yung weaknesses and strengths mo, pag may narinig ka na nagsabi ng negative against you or hindi ka aya-aya, for me, ide-deflect mo yan eh. 'Di ba? Kasi words are powerful. They give you negative words. But I know myself. Kilala ko sarili ko. And so, okay, kung hindi ko napasa agad, ano ngayon? Okay lang. It's a learning experience. Like, I'm better than the first time takers. Kasi, alam ko na kung ano yung ine-expect ko, na-anticipate ko na siya, 'di ba? So, ang importante, pagising mo sa umaga at pagtulog mo, yung statements na sinasabi mo sa sarili mo, it has to be good. Di ba, never speak ill. Sinabi ko, never speak ill of yourself. Kasi, I realize, based on my past experiences, tumatatak siya eh. May mga times ako before na, ano ba to? Hindi ko kaya, ang bobo ko, ganyan. It manifests eh. Pero if you speak like good words, kaya ko to, I'm gonna win this. Nahihirapan ako, okay lang yan. Ano pa bang pwede kong gawin? Ano yung, dapat solution-oriented ka lagi, kahit anong problem yan eh. So, at the end of the day, like by starting your day, at the end of the day, dapat you speak good words to yourself. Kasi, sarili mo lang kakampi mo. I mean, di ba? Of course, you have your family with you supporting and your friends. But if you know yourself well, be firm. If you know yourself well, hindi ka dapat naapektuhan sa sinasabi ng ibang tao. You would take it as a criticism, pwede to improve yourself, pero never look down on yourself. Tandaan mo yan, kasi ikaw lang ang nakakakilala talaga sa sarili mo. And that's where the magic begins, yung hope, diba? So yun. Thank you for that question, Yvonne.
So, thank you, Miss Richelle. So I hope kung may same situation na, so yun yung sabi ni Miss Rich na never speak ill of yourself. No, Sir JV?
Yes. I believe din na kung parang sabi nga natin, kung hindi ka magtitiwala, kung hindi ka maniniwala sa sarili mo, how would you expect others to believe in you pa, di ba? So, parang at first, believe first in yourself, then para show others that parang katiwa-tiwala and yung kaya mo is parang they will believe in you na. Parang ganun, magpo-proceed yung believing nila in yourself. So yun. And the next one would be, kasi kanina pa natin nababanggit siya, no? Parang finding meaning, purpose with what we do. My question for both the speakers, kasi you've mentioned both na you find meaning and purpose. Ano kaya yung advice natin for our participants, for those who still haven't find their purpose or meaning of what they do? So, ano yung mga advice natin to find yung purpose nila or to keep moving forward as of this moment in their life, no? Miss Nicole, Miss Richelle?
Paunahin ko na si Miss Nicole. Hi, Miss Nicole.
Hi. Sige, ako na mauna. Okay, so, how to find purpose, no? Honestly, and this is real talk on my end, I mentioned earlier that I passed the board exam on my 4th try. So within trying, no, there was actually a point na napag-isipan ko talaga na I was praying, I was asking the Lord na, Lord, para sa akin ba talaga to? No? Kasi it is a different matter of passing and graduating. No, and remember, I graduated with honors pa. So it was a really big blow for me during the first time, a bigger blow during the second time, and the biggest one was really during the third time. No? So, you get to a point na sasabihin mo, bahala na si Batman. No? So, and honestly, that was just what I was thinking before. No? Kasi I'm the type of person, medyo OC kasi ako eh. So, siguro yun na yung isang defining factor kaya ako naging accountant. So, OC ako. I seldom or never start something that I couldn't finish. Tsaka yung parang feeling na parang may tinik na if you don't get to do that or you don't get to achieve that, parang hindi ka kompleto. That was how I was feeling a number of years ago, no? So, finding your purpose, sabi ko na, Lord, if you want me to serve the people or if you want me to do my mission in another way, okay lang, for as long as you lead me there. But if it's not for me, then if it's not for me, okay na lang din, tatanggapin ko, no? So my advice to everyone listening, especially those who will be taking the board exam, is and this might sound redundant, this might sound like a cliche, but it has worked for me. There's no saying that it might not work for you, no? So you really have to discern within yourself. You have to pray, and sometimes you also have to talk to the most important person, which is yourself, no? Kasi like what Richelle mentioned, wala kang ibang kakampi kundi yourself, no? Kayo lang tsaka ni Lord yung nakakaalam kung anong nararapat para sa iyo, no? So when I did another thing also that I asked from him was that Lord, I know that you are putting me through this path because you want me to learn something. And alam ko naman hindi yun accounting kasi 5 years kong pinagdaanan yun plus 3 more review sessions. Lord, lulang-lula na talaga po ako. Kahit pages ng reviewer, pag nakikita ko yung question, memorize ko na. Nasa volume 2 yan, page 50, something. So, sabi ko, ba't di ko mapasa-pasa to talaga? No? So, know that the Lord is putting you on that path, putting you on this journey for you to learn something other than what you are focusing your mind on. And you might be surprised, no, of the plans that He has for him. And that, my friends, could be your purpose in life. So, tiwala lang talaga. No? Manalig lang kayo. Most especially now.
Thank
So,
you,
yun
Miss
lang.
Nicole.
That's my advice for everyone.
Thank you for that wonderful advice, Miss Nicole. Thank you po. How about Miss Richelle po?
Ayun. I'm really glad with what Miss Nicole said. Natuwa ako doon sa i-discern mo sa sarili mo and like talk to yourself and talk to God. Kasi totoo yan. There are a lot of people na 30s, 40s na sila, 50 years old, pero they haven't found their purpose in life. Kasi kanya-kanya namang timeline yan. Hindi naman pagka-graduate ko ng college, ito talaga yung gusto ko, ito na yung para sa akin. Minsan kasi you have to be observant di ba? Kasi may mga signs yan eh. I believe that God use people as instruments para iparating kung ano yung gusto natin na somehow through time malalaman mo and madidiscern mo nga na ito yung para sa akin, ito yung purpose ko. So, ang advice ko to you guys na up to now hindi sila sigurado, okay lang yun kasi hindi naman lahat tayo parang hindi lang naman isa yung purpose natin sa buhay eh. Like Miss Nicole, 'di ba? I was listening to her a while ago and I'm very amazed na she's wearing a lot of hats. 'Di ba? Iba-ibang purpose yan on everyday life. So parang kung hindi mo pa makita yung isang purpose na yon, hindi mo alam kung ano yung why mo, okay lang yon. Don't force yourself. Kasi it will come to you. Follow your passion. Follow what you have to do. Be a responsible citizen. Kasi minsan parang sasabihin natin yung passion natin, hindi siya aligned sa gusto nating mangyari, sa gusto nating maging trabaho after, di ba? Or gusto nating gawin. Pero kasi, hindi perfect yung buhay eh. So if you have to do this, you have to work, you have to wear a hat na hindi mo gusto. just to be able to say, provide for your family, makatulong ka, or help other people, then be it. Pero kasi if it's your passion, magkakaroon ka ng time kahit pagod ka na sa trabaho or pagod ka mag-aral. Tapos yung passion mo is that's the one that will give you spark or parang konting push at the end of the day na para lang matapos ko to. You will always find time for your passion. Don't rush it. Marirealize mo yan. Hindi siya aha moment na ito pala yung purpose ko. Marirealize mo siya as you go through your everyday life. Kasi willing kang gawin siya at all cost. Feeling ko, pag yun yung nakuha mo na yung why mo na, okay, everyday ginagawa ko to nang walang kapalit dahil masaya ako sa ginagawa ko. And God has allowed me to do this and gave me the opportunity to do this and share to other people. I think that's the time na masasabi mo na, okay, ito yung isa sa mga purposes ko. Ito yung why ko, bakit ako nabubuhay. Don't rush it. Huwag mo siyang ipuwersahin. And allow life to happen to you and pray to God na i-guide ka niya. Kasi at the end of the day, di ba nga, hindi mo control yung nangyayari sa'yo. May mga certain aspects lang ng buhay mo na kaya mong i-control. The rest, leave it up to Him. Then, yun.
Thank you, Miss
Ayan,
Richelle.
thank you, Miss Richelle. Ayan, sir, parang yung sabi ni Miss Richelle, no, parang let go and let God. Parang ganun yung dating sa akin.
Yes,
So,
yes.
ayun, may tanong po through DM kay Miss Nicole. Hi, Miss Nicole. Ayun, so my question po. So,
Yes.
sabi dito, third time na daw niyang mag-take sa May 2021 kung matutuloy po. So, paano daw po kayo nag-hold on when you felt hopeless? Kasi parang naramdaman niya, ba't kailangan ang daming beses? Why do I need to take many times? Tapos, especially daw, nafe-feel niyang mag-isa na siya because his or her friends are already working, may naipon na sila, tapos parang siya sa scratch pa lang, parang wala pang napapatunayan, tapos hindi pa certain kung papasa siya, at hindi pa certain kung matutuloy. Yun po, Miss Nicole. How do you handle that po?
Alright, okay. So, I totally get where the one asking the question is coming from. So, if you are listening right now, know that I know how you feel and I understand. Remember, I showed kanina yung timeline ko for my CPA journey. So, I graduated 2009 and I became a CPA 2010. It is a norm sa batch ko na after graduation, magre-review, first take, tapos nag-ESGV na sila, nag-KPMG na, no? So during my third take, at that time, I was already feeling low, no? So doon na talaga yung bonggang discernment ko na, Lord, baka hindi to para sa akin, no? When you're feeling down, try getting up. Di ba may natutunan tayo in school or in MAS, no? Yung may sinasabi tayong learning curve. The more times that you are able to go through that, the faster it is for you to learn from it, no? So that is MAS in application to real life, no? So sabi ko na, on my third take, sabi ko, okay na, much better na ito than the first one. And mind you, one thing na nakapagpagaan sa loob ko while reviewing for the next takes was that the fresh grads, the first-time takers, were coming to me for advice. No? Na, ano ba yung board exam? How is it ba? Ano ba yung naunang subject when you took the second time or the first time? No? So parang, sa akin is why are they asking me? Do they know that I flunked? Yung parang ganon, they know that I flunked. Tapos they're coming to me for advice, no? So whatever you lack in siguro, whatever you lack in confidence, yun yung mapupuno sa'yo if you just trust the process, no? And then don't give up, no? Don't wallow in self-pity. It's not going to help you. Guys, no? Again, and I really like this phrase that Richelle said earlier, ikaw lang yung kakampi mo. If you are going to plunge yourself in self-doubt, sino na lang magtitiwala sa iyo kundi ikaw? But then, and I would also want to be honest, no? Kasi after the third take, sabi ko, Lord, bigyan mo ko ng sign na kung makikita ko yung sign, wala na, stop na ako. So, okay lang akong magtrabaho na hindi ako CPA, no? Kasi 'di ba pwede naman 'yan sa profession natin. And there are even more competent, mas magagaling pa kaysa sa akin or siguro kaysa ni Miss Richelle or your teachers, no? Na mga accountants na walang title, no? Sabi ko, Lord, bigyan mo ko ng sign. Hindi ko alam kung anong sign, basta sure akong makakapaggaan siya ng loob ko, no? And yung parang okay, ito na talaga to, no? Kung hindi ako papasa, Lord, hindi na talaga ako magre-review. So that sign came in the form of, my husband during my fourth take, which was totally unexpected. So that was for me, ha. Baka iba yung sign ninyo. Okay? Kasi hindi tayo pwede maglandian sa review because COVID ngayon, no? So bawal lumabas. So that was it. That was it for me. So sabi ko, Sir, Lord, kung hindi pa to sign, ano pa kaya? So I was very adamant, no? Kahit sa review, I was still focused, no? Although may extracurricular activities na ako going on. And that was the thing that pushed me. Sabi ko, naglalandi lang naman ako dito. Kailangan pumasa na ako kasi baka ano pang sabihin ng mga magulang ko, 'di ba? So, naipakilala ko na sa kanila na ito boyfriend ko, ganyan. So, yung mga tingin nila, oh my goodness, nasa Cebu yung anak ko. Pinapa-review ko para maging CPA, naglalandi pa. Kung hindi to po pa sa ikukurutin ko na talaga to. Yun yung iniisip ko. So that was my driving point na, no, I really have to pass this time. I cannot put the sacrifices of my parents and my sacrifices for the time that I spent not being able to work and make a name for myself. No? So turn something negative into positive. That will work for you. As to how you do it, it's your call. Yun lang talaga and that is all that I can share, no? So that is how it worked for me.
Thank you, Miss Nicole. I have the same questions then from our live sa Facebook natin. So, sina-check ko din. So, the question is, both of you didn't pass the board exams on your first try. What motivated you to go on? And now, how did you put it into action? So, I guess I'll ask this to Miss Richelle, no?
Ayun. So I didn't pass the board exam the first time. So what motivated me to push through? Pareho kami ni Miss Nicole na kapag sinimulan ko siya, kailangan ko siyang tapusin. There's something burning in me na I took accountancy for 4 years. Bakit hindi ko isi-seal the deal at maging certified public accountant, 'di ba? Naghirap na ako nagpuyat-puyat na ako ng lahat-lahat kakabasa, kaka-analyze. Bakit di ko pa tuloy-tuloyin? At the back of my head, kahit ilang beses akong mag-fail. Kasi sa isip ko parang unlimited take naman, Lord, 'di ba? Okay lang, 'di ba? Sinong i-judge ako ng ibang tao pero nandiyan yung family ko for me. Nandito yung sarili ko para sa akin. So parang okay lang. Push ko lang kasi may mga times na nung una nahiya ako. My friends, my close friends after they graduated kasi tama 'yan ang norm, magte-take ka agad ng board exam. Gumraduate kami March. Tapos nag-take agad ng board exam, usually either May or October, diba? So, during that year. So, yung mga friends ko, close friends ko, take na sila. Take din ako, diba? Nag-take din ako. Then, pumasa sila. So, ako, nung hindi ko nakita yung pangalan ko, yung nanay ko, nagpagawa pa ng tarpaulin na. Pagawa pa siya ng tarpaulin, expecting I would pass. So, you will have your dark times. Iyak ka. Iyak mo lang. Talk to yourself, ibuhos mo lahat, okay, kasi feeling mo hindi nag-prosper yung paghihirap mo or yung pagre-review mo, pag-aaral mo. Pero after that, you get up, you move on. Kasi, okay, what's next for me? Yun yung iniisip ko eh. What's next for me? I would definitely not stop from here. I would want that CPA title. Hindi dahil, nung bata ka kasi parang isipin mo parang, I want the title. It's good for the papers, for my credentials. Pero as you grow old, ma-realize mo, with title or without title, okay lang. Pero siguro kasi, nung time na yun yung goal ko eh. Like, as a student who just recently graduated, yun yung goal mo, yun yung parang highest goal na, okay, this is my next step. So, ginawa ko, na hindi ako nakapasa, nag-aral ako ulit, nag-dual review center pa ako. So, parang baka kulang yung ginagawa ko. Ano ba yung hindi ko ginagawa na ginagawa ng ibang mga nakapasa agad? Diyan papasok yung self-doubt, parang tatanungin mo, may mali ba, may kulang ba sa akin, mali ba yung type ko yung technique ko, yung form ng pag-aaral, ganon. Tapos, marirealize mo nga, yung sinabi ko sa speech ko kanina na, tinanong ko yung sarili ko, ano ba kung gusto kong mangyari pagkatapos kong maging CPA? Diba? Yun yung naisip ko. Okay, after kong na-realize, na-envision yon sa sarili ko na, okay, ito yung gusto kong gawin. Kasi after ng CPA, dito ko gusto magtrabaho. Bakit? It's a series of whys. Tapos, dun mo marirealize, unti-unti na-fully absorb ko yung mga rinding-rindi na ako na lessons. Parang marirealize mo, ganito yung application niya kaya natuwa ako kay Ms. Nicole na may application dun sa MAS kanina. Totoo kasi yon. If you look beyond what you're reading, na hindi lang siya naka-focus ka sa, let's say, four corners ng room mo or classroom, let's say, pag ma-apply mo siya, like, beyond what you have or in your life, pag ma-apply mo siya beyond that, ano siya tatatak siya sa'yo, lifetime. Maaalala mo siya. Like, without even forcing yourself to remember this. So, to push through, nasa sa'yo yan It's your will. Tanungin mo, kailangan ko ba? Bakit? Gusto ko bang makakuha ng CPA title? Gusto ko bang pumasa? Kapag yes, then go, take. There's unlimited chances in life. Hanggat buhay ka, hanggat may hope, hanggat kaya mo, hanggat willing ka. There are so many chances for you. So wag hihinto. Syempre yung mga hindi naman siya universal, 'di ba? Kasi nasa sa'yo yan Pag feeling mo sa sarili mo na okay, kailangan kong huminto because of certain circumstances, let's say about family, about self, ganyan, then you pray and then you talk to yourself na okay, baka hindi nga ito para sa akin. Meron kasing ganong instances. Kaya kailangan ko siyang sabihin kasi hindi naman lahat ng let's say, hindi lahat ng tao or ng accounting students is yun talaga yung goal nila, to be frank, 'di ba? So, evaluate your choices. Tanungin mo yung sarili mo, ano bang gusto ko? If you want this, push through at all cost. Pag hindi, okay lang, dito, hanap tayo ng ibang, so ano yung passion? Hanap tayo ng iba, okay lang yan. You can start from scratch. Di ba yung sa KFC, 60 plus years old na siya. Then, tsaka niya lang na-realize na okay, ito pala yung passion ko, ito pala yung ko. So, okay lang yan. Basta, know first yourself. Tanong mo sarili mo, bakit ko to gusto? So, kung gusto ko to, then what are the plans? You prepare. Para the next time you do it, next time board exam ka, di ba, na-anticipate mo na, prepared ka na. So, yun.
Thank you, Ms. Richelle. Actually, that question was from Sir Tanjo Javier, KPMG Audit and Assurance Partner. And may follow-up siya for you, Ms. Richelle, through our Facebook Live also. Sabi niya dito, one's journey to self-discovery may either be long and short, and we all want to live our lives to the fullest. What do you suggest to shorten the journey? Sabi ni Sir Tanjo.
Ang ganda nung tanong niya kasi mahilig din akong mag-analyze. Tapos, di ba sabi ko kanina, okay, what do you do to shorten the journey? For you to find, what was that? For you to find your purpose? Is that your?
What can we do or what can you suggest to shorten the journey? Because we want to live our lives to the fullest.
Oo. Yun yung sinabi ko kanina sa speech ko. Sinasabi ko to sa mga friends ko na, alam mo, technique in life is for you to be more observant of your surroundings and of the people around you. Kasi ilang beses ako sa entire life ko, lalo na mga bata-bata pa ako, nakikinig talaga ako, tapos na-absorb ko siya. So, nalalaman ko, let's say, kung may ginawa, let's say, yung professor ko, kukwento niya yung nangyari sa kanya recently. Tapos, it was an experience wherein pag nakinig ka mabuti, na-realize mo na, ito yung sinabi niya na mali nang ginawa, na dapat ganito pala yung ginawa niya. You learn from it eh. Nasu-shortcut siya. You don't have to go through the same thing again na parang, okay, pag nadapa ako, ma-experience ko tong failure na to, tapos ito yung matututunan ko. But, if you listen closely to people you're around with, or to, let's say, to inspirational speakers sa pinapakinggan mo, or sa mga tao sa paligid mo, tapos ina-analyze mo kung paano nila nire-resolve yung problem, hindi mo na kailangang pagdaanan yung problema na yun eh. Kasi may isip mo, pag problem A, ito yung solution. Kasi narinig ko kay ganito. Hindi ko na uulitan yung mistake niya kasi ito na yung gagawin ko. For me, it's a life hack. So, kailangan observant ka around the things, observant ka sa paligid mo. Kasi, yun nga, masu-shorten mo yung agony or masu-shorten mo yung pain na mararamdaman mo dapat should you encounter the same problem or the same hurdle na na-encounter, let's say, ng professor mo, ng kaibigan mo. So, for me, that's how you kasi when you say living life to the fullest, yun, you live your life every day with that mindset na, okay, winning mindset nga. For me, pag medyo unmotivated ako sa trabaho or sa ginagawa ko, kailangan mo i-shift agad yun eh. So, have that winning mindset and find meaning even in the smallest mundane things in your life. Halimbawa, maglalaba ka o kaya maghuhugas ka ng pinggan, I enjoy it eh. Ako nung una parang, sure lang, I enjoy it kasi ang sinet ko sa mind ko, itong chore na to, or let's say studying, kung ano man yung kailangan mong gawin for the day, mayroon akong purpose. Ito, naghuhugas akong pinggan kasi kailangan malinis yung mga plato and at the same time, nare-relax ako. Parang, put purpose. Ikaw lang makakabigay ng purpose doon sa each and every activity na gagawin mo araw-araw. Para pag alam mo yung goal, alam mo yung purpose, mas madali, mas fluid gumalaw. So, in that way, you're living your life to the fullest. Kasi, it doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be wow. You're living your life to the fullest by doing the simplest mundane things you're doing in your life. So, that's how you incorporate everything na learn from others. You don't have to repeat the same mistakes and try to learn from them. And incorporate it in your daily routine activities. And that way, you would, diba, you would find meaning and you would live your life na ang saya-saya mo araw-araw kasi it's an everyday thing. Hindi naman yan, wag kang masyadong super forward-looking. Yung goals mo, it contains a lot of things, pero at the end of the day, yung basic niyan is yung araw-araw mong ginagawa. Ano ba yung habit mo? Yun yung kailangan mong tanungin. So, how do you live your life for the fullest? Go back to the basic ones. What are your habits? Do you like your habits? Do you love it? Do you get motivated by it? So, yun.
For both speakers also. How do people around you, especially your close relatives, culture, and environment affect your purpose or affect your perception in life? Tapos in relation to this, kailan niyo po masasabi na yung impluwensya nila tama sa'yo or para sa'yo at kailan niyo naman po pipiliing wag na pong makinig sa mga influences na yun? Yun po.
About others, no? Okay, so only one thing I can say, at the end of the day, it is your decision that counts, right? Both of us, ni Richelle, we've gone through other people raising eyebrows and giving us those looks na, hindi siya pumasa, so, and it is a huge blow, no, on yourself. No? Especially if you are someone who is an achiever and who graduated with honors, with the rest of the family having really high expectations from you. And mind you, I am the eldest of sa family namin. So the naka-pressure cooker talaga ako nung panahon na yun. But then again, it would be up to you, no, whether you become a hard-boiled egg or a baked potato, no? So kung ilalagay ka sa kumukulong tubig, you can either become hard or become soft, no? So you will always have choices in life, no? Whether it be taking the board now or later, or listening to others or not, no? And then what you can control lang naman kasi is how you will filter those opinions and those things that matter and those that do not, no? So yeah, that's my take on that, no? So it may have influenced me, but I choose to believe and to listen to those who inspired me, no, to be able to move forward. Yes.
Thank you, Miss Nicole. How about you, Miss Richelle po?
Yung question is regarding yung mga influences ng ibang tao sa'yo, no? I agree with what Miss Nicole said. As a human being, kasi, ang isa sa mga powerful, capacity is to be able to choose. 'Di ba? Totoo yun eh. You can choose what you hear and like put here and in your heart. You can choose the people around you. Kasi, 'di ba 'di ba sabi nila parang kung yung mga friends mo is ganito lahat, matatalino, masayahin, ganyan, and you will become one as well. Kasi you surround yourself with people to your liking, with people na gusto mong ma-achieve din, alam mo, mahaluan ng energy nila or ng let's say kung paano sila nag-ooperate on a day-to-day basis. So you have choices. You can choose that. You have your family with you. May mga instances kasi na even your family would doubt you. Or even your family would raise an eyebrow tapos kukwestiyonin ka nila, bakit di ka pumapasa o kaya paulit-ulit, gusto mo ba talaga to? Pwede ka naman huminto, magtrabaho ka na lang. Like, you will hear all of those things. Even to your closest relatives or family, di ba? That's the truth of life. Pero kasi dahil nga, you have the freedom to choose what to put in here, what to listen into. Kung ano yung dadamdamin mo, ano yung ilalabas mo. Pakinggan mo, labas mo. Hindi maganda, di ba? So garbage in, garbage out. Tanggalin mo. Kasi it will not, sino magbe-benefit, di ba? Wala. Ikaw din yung papanghihinaan ng loob. So, having the right to choose is very powerful. Gamitin mo yon and it's free. So, pipiliin ko lang, sinabihan ako, let's say, ng kapatid ko ng ganito. Okay, bakit kaya niya sinabi sa akin yun? That's the time you realize, baka may ginawa ako na nagbigay sa kanya ng perception na hindi ko na kayang mag-exam or ganon. Parang depende, relating to the board exam. So yun, yung mga sinasabi sa'yo ng mga tao, dalawa lang yan. It could be true or it could be not. Pag hindi, tanggalin mo. Kung totoo yung sinabi nila na na-influensyahan ka, tanungin mo yung sarili mo. Bakit kaya totoo? What made them think that way? And then that's the time you correct yourself internally. And then you change. You receive it as a good criticism to improve yourself. So, dahil may capacity kang pumili, filter mo na rin. Kasi hindi ka naman maglalagay ng poison sa katawan mo tsaka sa utak mo, di ba? So, lagi mong i-filter kasi at the end of the day, the most influential person that you will have to value in your life is yourself talaga. Di ba? It's a long journey to be able to know yourself. May mga established na sa buhay na hindi pa nila kilala yung sarili na would go with the flow kasi hindi nila alam yung gusto nila. So, keep it rolling. Know yourself one by one, experience by experience, person by person na nakikilala mo. And then filter. Use the right to choose. Sobrang powerful nun at libre lang siya. So pipiliin ko kung ano yung mga influences na ina-accept ko. Kasi in turn, 'di ba kapag filter mo na, you will grow. You will shine bright. Tapos, in turn, you would also inspire other people. Ma-inspire mo yung pamilya mo na, okay, ang nangyayari, na-change mo sila, imbes na i-change ka nila. Yun. So, yun. Yun yung take ko doon.
I would also like to add something if it's okay. No, JV and Yvonne.
Sure,
Yes,
miss.
Okay. So, a calm sea would never make a great sailor. Okay? After the board exam, whether top 1 ka, top 10, or 75 lahat ng subjects mo, it will not matter 2 to 3, 4 years down below. Because you will then be measured, your worth as a professional would be measured on your output, not on your board exam results. No? Hindi naman din ilalagay doon when they say your name doon sa oath-taking na Nicole Orcullo, 75%. So, diba? Hindi naman ganyan. Okay? So, the ratings that you have, no, they are just numbers, no? So, they are just a statistic. They do not make you who you are, no, and who you will be as a professional and as a person in the future. And take it from me, I had probably more naysayers than Richelle because I've been through that more often, no? Parang feeling ko nga may isang poste na ako dun sa review center sa kakaulit ko ng review. Sabi ko, siguro if I had not gone through what I had gone through, I might not be able to impart what I learned to my students and to my colleagues. No? So, looking back, you would really think na, what if I listened to this person who told me, baka hindi yan para sa'yo. No? So, what if I listened to him? Or what if I listened to her and I didn't listen to myself? Ano kayong mangyayari sa akin ngayon? And that is the time that you begin to realize, I cannot imagine what would have happened if I let myself down. No? So, think about it. Again, it will all boil down to you kasi hindi naman sila magte-take ng exam. Why would you let them get to you? No? So, it all boils down to you. And of course, it would also help if you develop habits, no, along the way that would speed you up, no, into achieving your goal in becoming a CPA. So, there will always be naysayers. Sabi nga nila, hindi ka magaling or hindi ka sikat kung wala kang basher. So, meron talagang magbabash sa'yo. So, okay lang talaga yan. You have, look at it this way. Be thankful na may babasher kasi you're worth their time na wala siguro silang problema. So, nakikialam sila sa problema mo, diba? So, again, a diamond is taken out of pressure and out of the rough. And you have to strive to be that diamond. And do not let anybody say otherwise if that is really what you want in life. Yun.
Miss Richelle naman po muna ngayon. Kay Miss Richelle.
Yung question is, difference, tama ba? Ano yung difference ng...
Parang ganun, miss. Parang how do you not compare daw po? Kasi minsan yung naging notion, babae kasi siya or lalaki kasi siya, yung ganun po.
Isa yan sa mga pet peeves ko growing up. Sa totoo lang. Na if people would categorize you on a certain, let's say, gender, on that category. So gender, babae ka, lalaki ka, lalaki ka. And the reasoning is not even rational. Sa totoo lang. Kasi, pag naririnig ko yun, na parang, why do you have to stereotype? Why do you have to categorize and compare yourself na this is my ability kasi babae ako. This is what I can do kasi lalaki ako. It's very old old news. Parang hindi na siya applicable, especially now na, di ba, we were given rights to vote. We are going out there as women to work and to lead, di ba? And when it comes to the men naman, you cannot really compare. Kasi di ba sinabi ko sa speech ko kanina, I am an advocate of gender equality. Lahat tayo ginawa ng Diyos pantay-pantay sa mata niya with our own strengths and weaknesses. Actually, iba ako sa'yo. Magkaiba tayo ng talents, magkaiba tayo ng strengths and weaknesses. So I can never really compare. Kasi pag kinumpare ko, it's like comparing apples to oranges. Hindi talaga magkapareho. Hindi suswak talaga. Hindi mo siya objectively mako-compare or mame-measure. So in terms of, 'di ba, meron tayong mga pag lalaki magaling yan mag-compute kasi magaling sa math, lalaki yan. Pag babae, very detailed, ganyan. Mahilig mag-review, masipag. Pero kasi at the end of the day, those things na naririnig mo, ano lang yan parang kaya nila sinasabi yan kasi out of a population, yun yung sample na marami yung percentage nun. Yun yung scientific explanation, yun yung medyo rational explanation doon Pero at the end of the day, pare-pareho naman tayong magte-take ng board, uupo sa parehong upuan, sa pare-parehong classroom to take the exam, parehong lapis, parehong sinasagutan nating board exam questions. And it's really up to us kasi we're very unique. 'Di ba? We're created uniquely by God. So, wala akong katulad. Bakit ko i-compare yung sarili ko? Kung ano yung weaknesses niya, it could be my strength. And vice versa, di ba? So, I think there's no point in comparing yourself in terms of gender and in terms of other category or aspect. Kasi nga, sayang oras mo Sayang oras mo. Just focus on what you can do, what you can hone, di ba? What skills you can learn more. And in order for you to become a better CPA, pag nagtatrabaho ka na. So, I guess, yon. Ano siya? Never ever compare. Pet peeve. Walang lalaki, babae. Kasi pag nagtatrabaho ka, lalaki yung partner. Maraming partner na lalaki, konti lang yung babae. And so, I'll be the first partner na, di ba? It's your mindset. Ano nga yun? Okay lang yan. Hindi naman sa gender yan. So, that's why I think hanggang ngayon, the world is still pushing for, women in leadership. Merong pang mga ganyang topics. Para sa akin kasi dapat normal na yun Hindi siya dapat parang masyadong tinitake into high na sa pedestal na, okay, babae to, news. Hindi, babae ako, and so, diba? Or lalaki ako, and so what? I can do it like any other people can do. So, yun, let's shy away from defining a person based on categories and stereotyping people. So, yun.
Ayun, thank you, Miss Rich. Indeed, no? Kasi parang yung nangyayari, pag babae, parang parang hindi yung normal sa kanya, ganun. So parang we-normalize sana. So thank you po, Miss Rich. How about Miss Nicole po?
Okay. So yung question is, with regards to the board exam, bakit mas maraming nakakapasa na lalaki than babae?
Parang in relation po to in general, pati sa boards, ganun, parang sa mga nagtatap din daw po, parang sinasabi, na lalaki kasi, or babae kasi.
Okay. Sige, oo. So I would like to start my answer, na, and I think you asked na, what we can say about the comparison. So sabi ko, what comparison? Kasi, I don't think it's in the gender Kasi kung ganyan, by default, kung babae ka lalabas, accountant ka na. Kung lalaki lalabas, engineer ka na. No? So, I don't really think it's relevant. No? And, kasi all of us have different skill sets and we have different strengths and weaknesses. All CPAs who have passed the board exams, the first thing you do, diba, when you get your ratings, is titingnan mo kung saan yung strengths and weakness mo. Hindi naman nakalagay doon sa love letter natin na, okay, because you're a woman, ito. Because you're a man, ganyan. No? So, because of that question, I remember a scene from one of my favorite movies, no? Legally Blonde, di ba? So kung naabutan niyo pa yung Legally Blonde, kailangan pumasa na kayo, di ba? So, dun sa Legally Blonde, the first movie, when yung boyfriend ni Elle learned na nakapasa siya and she got in Harvard Law. The first, and he was surprised na she got into Harvard Law. The first, one of the things, or the first thing that Elle said was that, why are you asking me? Didn't we take the same exam? And now we are in the same university. So what makes you better than me? Or why is there a reason for me not to be here? No, that we took the same exam, we were graded on the same things. So what makes you a man better than me? No? So again, I would gender doesn't matter. In fact, no, a tip for those who are seeking jobs or who plan to seek jobs after the board exam, or if you would want to take a break and look for a job, no, before retaking the board exam. Kasi ngayon I am in the position of someone who hires already instead of being hired. What we tell our applicants or what we put in our job ads is we don't want to see your picture and don't put your gender. Talagang blind ano siya. Because nowadays, employers hire for skills, not even for grades. Your grades, your title might give you a stepping stone, an edge, but what actually gets you from point A to point B is your output, your skills. And remember, your skills will pay the bills, not your grades. Okay? And not your gender. All right? So, another example, no, and then I would go back to, again, my husband. We are two different persons. If you would know both of us, you would probably, for those who don't know us personally, you would probably wonder how we got along. Kasi it is the default understanding of some in general na mas detailed ang babae. But in our case, no. My husband is more of an accountant than I am. I look at the bigger picture. He looks at the details. No? That's why we probably make a great team because we complement each other. So, what I would be pushing for is not comparison, but complementing, no, each other. Because again, like what I think JV or Richelle mentioned, it's like comparing apples to oranges. There is really no point of comparison. It is going to be a moot topic. You could go on for days, no, on the age-old battle of the sexes and get nowhere, no. So ayun, I do not think that matters anymore, and it's like, and this is just my opinion ha, it's a really outdated way of thinking already. So dapat hindi na siya kino-consider.
Very inspiring yung mga sinasabi talaga. Napakaganda ng talk natin. First session pa lang to, no? Di ba, Yvonne?
Opo, grabe. Sabi ko kanina, wala kang expectations. Tapos ngayon parang, I'm nakaka-bless, no? Na hearing from these people, being inspired po. It's such a blessing and nakaka-amaze na parang there's hope and we can overcome.
As for my we are in the midst of unexpected pandemic, di ba? Wala namang nag-predict na we would be able to live normally 2020 up to now. And there's still no guarantee that we will have normal lives in the coming years. Kasi it could occur and pwedeng maraming mangyari. What I wanted you to always think, yung sinabi ko kanina, kasi when I learned about it, yung grit, when I learned about it, it actually motivates me to push through. Just have learn to hone the trait, the grit, like your perseverance in terms of achieving long-term goals and finding meaning in your life. It sounded really medyo philosophic, pero kasi pag ina-analyze mo yung ginagawa mo araw-araw and you sit down with yourself and have feedbacks na okay, ganito yung ginawa ko. but I pushed through. The only thing na kaya for me, the only thing, the one of the reasons kaya yung mundo umiikot pa rin is because of hope. Lahat tayo, we have hope of achieving our goals. We have hope of waking one day and hope to be able to have like a better future and better situation for us, for our country and for the world, diba? So wag kayong susuko. Weather through the storm. Kahit ano yan, kaya yan. Go lang ng go. Kaya nyo yan eh, di ba? Yung mindset natin to always win, even the smallest challenges, tap yourself. Hoy, nagawa ko to. Kasi it's different if you acknowledge it eh. Hindi yung, parang iba yung nagagawa niyang confidence and spark inspiration na nabibigay sa sarili mo pag on every winning na nangyayari or na-achieve mo, tap yourself. Galing, you did a good job. And kung hindi man, let's say, may mistake or failure kang na-experience, you also tap yourself. Why? Kasi it's a learning experience. Wala namang hindi ka naman failure as a person eh. Yung na-fail sa'yo is yung event or yung ginawa mo. You don't what you call this, hindi mo siya pag-iisahin, hindi ka failure as a person. Your life as a person is so much more, 'di ba? Maraming nangyayari sa'yo. Yung nag-fail lang is yung event na yun. And then you stand up. That's what grit is all about. You keep on standing up and keep on trying until you get that goal and then you move on to the next goal.
There is really no one limiting you but yourself. So life, must go on. If you feel that you are tired, rest. If you feel that you are still tired after your rest, sabihin mo, ask yourself, para kanino ba ako bumabangon? The answer might be for someone else, for your family, but you also have to remember that you also have to get up every day for yourself.